Hello YouTube, so today I'm going to tell you guys how I got into Harvard with a 1.6 GPA and an 810 SAT score. So about a month or two ago, I applied to Harvard, Yale, Brown, Columbia, and Stanford, and I got rejected from all of them. Despite my scores, I felt pretty confident in getting into them, but they didn't accept me. So my number one was Harvard. So I spoke to them. I asked them, can I take a test to show you that my scores don't reflect how smart I am? And they said no. I was like, okay, I understand. So after that, I called them back and asked them, do you guys take bribes? And they said, how much money are we talking? I said, birthday money. And they hung up. I called back and asked them, why'd you guys hang up? And they said, do you think we're a joke to you? And I said, no. What? I said, I got $100 for my birthday. And they hung up again. I cut them a deal. This was the first deal, the first actual deal. So I said, how about I give you guys 20% off all the money I get from my grandma from now on, and I give you all my birthday money for these next 3 years. And they hung up again. So I called them back. I told them I didn't want to do this, but I have to. I offered them my weed. If you guys watched my video, I think about a year ago, I smoked weed with my kindergarten teacher, and he gave me weed to last a lifetime, and that's some really good weed. So I try to save some for when I come into and I get into a situation like this. And I said, you know what, I have to. And they hung up, and I called them back again and again and again. And I asked, why? Why would you take my weed? And they said, no, we don't take bribes anymore. And we don't accept weed. We don't accept drugs. And I said, why? Jai does it all the time. Why can't I? And I had to do this. I threatened to kill them. And they contacted Epic Games, and they got my account deleted. That made me mad. They're lucky I didn't resort to what I was trying to do and going into their school and doing something very, very bad. So I decided, let me be sensible about it. I called them back for the final time, and I said, I'll cut you a deal. A great deal that you can't resist. So I said, I'm going to cut myself. That was cutting the deal, literally. I was going to cut myself and tell everybody that Harvard made me do it. So I hung up after that. The president called back about an hour later and asked me, why am I doing this? And I told him, you know why, get me into the school. And he said, all right, I'll pay you $5,000 just to be quiet and go along with your day. And I said, no, I want a spot in Harvard. He said, all right, okay, no scholarship, you can just get into Harvard. I said, no, I want a scholarship, a big one. After an hour of going back and forth, he offered me a $500,000 scholarship to go to Harvard. I'll explain to you why it's that high. So, some of that money is used for my tuition and boarding and all that. And the other part of my money is used to go to drug dealing school. Because when I get out of Harvard, I'm going to drug dealing school because I want to be a drug dealer when I grow up. And the last bit of that money is used to buy the drugs after I get out of drug dealing school and sell it to Demi Lovato. Don't tell anybody that I was selling Demi Lovato drugs.